Oh, you're so good. We first found Daisy lying in a field that was strewn with cars and skeletons of dead animals. She had been reported to us, a neglect report, and we went down to check into it, and she was as bad as the report had said, if not worse. She was crippled, couldn't stand straight. She had to stand about every 2 hours to let her baby nurse, and then she would lay back down again. She was quite thin, and we knew then that we needed to try to do something for her. She had this quiet determination in her eyes that just spoke volumes. So we found a Good Samaritan who was willing to buy her baby and then therefore get her out of this situation. And the Good Samaritan donated her to the United States Equine Rescue League. And we immediately started looking for a facility that could help her and get her the surgery that she needed to straighten her legs. The way her feet had grown, she hadn't been trimmed in a long time, and they grew backwards so that the bottom of her feet were facing towards her stomach. We were successful in doing that, and the surgeons were wonderful. We couldn't really ask for anything better as far as how they treated her and the respect they gave our volunteers. And it went much better than we expected it to. The difference in her in just a few days, she was wanting to run and go places and see things that she couldn't do before. Unfortunately, she started feeling too good. She was out for a walk one day with a volunteer, and she jumped tire track in the dirt, and she dislocated what is equivalent to a human's ankle. Because she had done so well in the first surgery, we felt she deserved another chance, and we wanted to try to fix this dislocation, which in an average horse isn't usually that difficult. So we contacted the surgeons again, and we got more x-rays, and the facility she was at was not equipped enough to handle the surgery that needed to be done. She needed the advanced technology and equipment that NC State offered. Unfortunately, that also meant it was a lot higher cost to us. And we wrestled or not if that was the right thing to do, both financially and for her. And our answer came in her eyes. She didn't want to give up, and she wanted to continue. So we wanted to give her that chance. She's only 8 years old, and she deserved a good life.
You like that, huh?
The surgery went well. She was recovering well. She would stand up. She was happy to eat. But about 7 days after the initial surgery, she started to exhibit a lot more pain. So we took the cast off. We took more x-rays, and at first they couldn't find anything. On the 8th day after surgery, they took x-rays again and found that the screws had come loose and her bones had shattered, basically. And we got a call that the time had come to let her go. When we went to say goodbye to her, we knew her time had come. The spark that was in her eyes was gone, and she was ready to go. She crossed the Rainbow Bridge surrounded by people who loved her, and her head was cradled in the lap of a volunteer, and she knew she was loved. And it's probably one of the toughest things. But I think she symbolizes that all life deserves a chance. And we would do it again for her in a heartbeat. She was only 8 years old, and she had so much to live for. Daisy got her name from her first foster home, and she was found in the spring when everything was blooming and growing, and with new life. And we felt that that would be a good name for her because she was going to get a new life and a new start, just like the daisies do when they come up.